Dear Mama Sal, and it's Thursday morning. Yay, we like Thursdays because it's my Friday. As you know, I don't work Fridays. But what we also like is this is a strange weekend because the Tuesday is a public holiday here. It's Canada Day, and I've taken Monday off so that I get a nice long weekend. I have to say that I truly struggled to get out of bed today, in as much as I was feeling quite sick to my stomach and still not feeling great. But who's ever going to believe that on a long weekend? Not very many people. So I have got up and got dressed. I'm on my way to work. But I must admit, not feeling great. I'm not sure what's going on here. But hopefully I'll be able to soldier through the day. And I guess the word I'd have to use for today is determination. Because it would have been a lot easier just to turn over and go, I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm staying in bed today. But I had a determination to get up and go to work. Now, consequently, my lunch is not quite as well thought out as it might have been. And I know all you people that do things like that the night before. I'm not one of those people. In fact, let me tell you how strange my night was. I woke up this morning to find out that my kitchen was not tidied up and the light was still on, which means that I fell fast asleep last night before I even did my usual clean up in the kitchen and turn the lights off. So that probably tells me something. So when I get home tonight, I'm really going to give myself permission to have a good sleep. Because obviously I need it. And determination, I think, is really an important part of one's attitude. I know that there are so many of you that listen to the Dear Mama Sal programs that you have a lot of determination, way more than I do. You're struggling with a lot, more difficult things than I am. And what you do is that you force yourself to be part of life. And, we talked a bit about that yesterday, or the day before, about show up for life. And I think what I've noticed about people who have a good attitude generally is they don't fall victim to the easy route. Right? They're very, what shall I say the word is? They're very determined not to let the small things control their life. And so, for example, even if I'm not feeling 100% today, I probably can give 80% to my job. And I guess there's part of me that goes, that's not fair, I should be giving 100%, but 80% when you're short-staffed is a lot better than nothing. And in fact, the way that I'm feeling right now, maybe it won't even be 80%. But I will certainly do the best I can. And so determination is something that you have to have. Well, you don't have to have. You choose to have every day. Get a sneeze. Have you noticed that if you hold your nose... Yeah, anyway. So I choose not to be controlled by my feelings this morning or my tiredness this morning. So you look at it and you go, if you're not determined to get on with life, if you're not determined to overcome the day-to-day stuff, then life controls you. And I get so many emails from people where life is controlling them rather than they're controlling life. And yet, we also have incredible people doing incredible things where they're controlling their life now when they've never done it before. I think about Carrie and Mayor, I think it's Marilyn, who gave up smoking recently. Carrie's now over 100 days, and Mayor's about to hit 50 days. I mean, that is awesome. You know, the determination that takes every day. Let me tell you, because I know, because I'm 500 and something days in now. Let me tell you what I know. I know that every day they're determined not to smoke. It's not that they don't have the urges, they do. But every day they are consciously making the decision not to smoke. Every time something goes wrong, the trigger will go, you need to sit down and have a cigarette, and they are going, no, I don't. Or whatever they are saying back to that voice. And the reason I know that is it still happens to me 500 days later. 520 days later, actually. So that's determination. That is somebody who said, I'm determined not to smoke. I think about the incredible self-control Carrie must have had when, you know, she's had a very stressful move across country, a lot of emotional stress as well, and, you know, to not smoke, to do that is quite something. And it's doable. It's doable if you're determined. It's definitely not doable if you're not determined. And we have met so many people in our lives that say, oh, I haven't got the self-discipline to do this. Well, I'm not sure if it's self-discipline anymore. I really have to say that. I have to really think about the fact that, is it just the determination not to smoke? I'm not sure if that's self-discipline. I mean, I know that this last time I just said, I choose not to do this anymore. And from the day that I quit, every time that thought came into my head, I said, yeah, I know I would normally do that, but I'm not a smoker. In other words, I acknowledge the fact that as a smoker, that would be my natural reaction, but I was no longer a smoker. So, and I consider that to be determined not to do that. So I look at it and go, for all of you who are trying to pursue a goal of any sort, it doesn't matter whether it's weight or cigarettes or whatever. Maybe it's getting out of bed and doing something for yourself. It's all about your determination to do this. Because it's way too easy to give in to the temptations that have kept you stuck. You know, you got the results of that, you know the proof of that. So that the idea is to have the determination to overcome those behaviors. And one can see where your determination is because of your actions. So I look at it and ask myself, wow, how much does determination play in your life? And perhaps some of you can give us some examples of your day or recent days where you were feeling one thing but you were determined to do another, and what difference that made in your life, if any. And I think when we do that, when we get that sort of feedback, you know, people can see real tangible examples of why determination works. Now, I'm a great believer, as you know, in taking small steps as well. And a baby step of determination is way better than no step of determination. So if you like, I'm taking a baby step of determination to go to work today. Actually, it feels like a monumental leap, quite honestly, because I'm really not feeling that bright. Now, when I think about it, wow, if I'd done that, then I would be watching the US game right now. The football, soccer game, which I'm sure will be very exciting. Good job I didn't think about that while I was processing. I hear that it's pouring with rain there, and that's really, really difficult to have a soccer game in the pouring rain, but I hope that they have a great game. Even so, it could be worth watching the replay of that. So I'm going to stop broadcasting. Not broadcasting. I'm going to stop recording right now because I just wanted to make that point today. I wish you all a great, determined day to go forward and do whatever it is you want to do. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, how determined was I to get on with my life today? How determined was I that people were not going to spoil my day? How determined was I to make a difference in somebody's life? You see, determination goes in many, many directions. And it basically I want to say predicates. It basically sets up your day as to what sort of day you're going to have. If you are determined to get up and get at it, or if you're determined to go visit Auntie Sue or whoever, you know, then you will. But if you're wishy-washy, well, I'm not sure if I want to, then you probably won't. So make the choice to be determined. It will make your life a lot happier. Bye-bye for now.